Frank Ehrhardt, John R. Wood Properties, Christie's International. Welcome to the monthly real estate market update for Southwest Florida for October 2025. Median sales price for the month for Cape Coral was down 6%. It was at $365,000. If you look at the number of units we sold 459 units in the month. That's actually up 18% from the prior year. Number of active listings on the market, that's also down about 4%. That's a good sign for the market. We ended up with 3,590 units on the market. And months of inventory for Cape Coral, we're sitting at about 8 months. We're still solidly in a buyer's market. And the average amount of time to sell, it's taking about 61 days to sell right now in Cape Coral. So my outlook for Cape Coral, about 3 months ago, the median sales price hit about $350,000, and we've been bouncing off of that number ever since. And so with the quiet hurricane season that we had and a cold, wintry start up north for the weather up there, I think that the season could be actually a very good season for Cape Coral this year. Median sales price was $365,000. That's actually down 6% from the prior year. If you take a look at the number of units sold, it's actually up 23%. We sold 386 units during the month. It's a big increase from the prior year. Active listings in Fort Myers is up about 7%. We've got just under 3,800 listings on the market. And then for months of inventory, we're still solidly in a buyer's market at a 10-month supply of inventory. And the time to sell right now in Fort Myers is at about 66 days. My outlook for Fort Myers. So we've had a quiet hurricane season. It is off to a cold and wintry start up north. Even though it's a little chilly today here, it was in the 40s this morning. Back in July, we hit $335,000 median sales price. We've been bouncing off of that number ever since. So I think we're actually going to have a really strong season in Fort Myers this year. Median sales price for the month was $560,000. That's down from $700,000 a year ago. And there's not a lot of transactions on the beach yet, so that can swing wildly each month to month. Active number of listings on the beach right now is up 30%. So we've got a lot of inventory on the beach. There's 486 units for sale on the beach. Number of units sold, we sold 17 in the month of October, which is a big increase from last year, which we only had sold 7. Fort Myers Beach, the months of inventory, we're at 29 months. We are solidly still in a buyer's market. And the time to sell right now on Fort Myers Beach is about 92 days. So my outlook for Fort Myers Beach, quiet hurricane season, a big plus. Early winter up north, also a big plus. Big negative, we've got a lot of inventory. So I think we're going to see some downward pressure on pricing here throughout this season. Median sales price for the month was $745,000. That's about exactly where it was a year ago. Number of sales on SanCap for the month was 23, and that's up from 8 a year ago. So we're definitely seeing more activity as we get closer to season here. Number of active listings is up 57%, so there's a lot of inventory on SanCap. That's up, we've got 445 listings currently. Months of inventory, we're at about 19 months, solidly in a buyer's market. And then if you look at the days to sell, it's all the way up to 179 days right now, which is almost 6 months. My outlook for SanCap, despite the quiet hurricane season and the early winter up north, we've got a lot of inventory on the beach right now, and I think we're going to continue to see some downward pressure on pricing throughout the season this year. Thanks for watching. If there's anything I can help you with buying or selling real estate in Southwest Florida, my contact information is below.